you action figure enthusiasts out there. JC here, and welcome to a Friday edition of TNInews. And even though it's not technically May the 4th, we are getting Star Wars reveals since May the 4th will be this coming Sunday. Hasbro had a live stream this morning where they showed off some new vintage collection and Black Series products. We also continue to get some McFarlane pre-orders over at Gamestop for Gamestop Week, McFarlane Toys Gamestop Week. So we'll talk about that. We got the latest edition of Target Haulathon stuff from NECA Toys. So we'll talk about that as well. But before we get into the news, let us just do a quick look and see who is in the house today. So we've got, let's see, Austin is once again in the house. Happy Friday to you, Austin. Good to see you. We've also got Frankie Rivera. Good to see you, my friend. Jan, hey, Baba Booey. A little Howard Stern reference there. Mr. Allmine is in the house. Figure Fury, good to see you. John is in the house, Elio as well. So what is up, everybody? Phil is also joining us from the hospital. Hopefully it's not serious, Phil, but glad you could make it, even if it is from the hospital. Mr. Allmine, good to see you. Mr. Allmine, no, we are up to 45 action figure enthusiast members. So we've got 5 more to go. For those of you not familiar, we are going to do another contest giveaway for $100 store credit when I hit 50 action figure enthusiast members. And really the plan is every time we get an increment of 10 new members, we will do another contest giveaway. So, but we are now up to 45, so we've got 5 more to go. So if we get there by Monday, we will do the contest giveaway on Monday, or however long it takes. So and also just another note for Monday, I'm going to have a special guest on Monday's live stream. Matt Big Nerdy from Nerdzoic is going to be joining me on Monday, and we're going to talk a bit about the impact on tariffs, and what kind of impact it's having on a small business like his with his e-tailer, Nerdzoic, which, I think, a number of you guys use. He's fairly new to the game, but I think he's been doing a pretty solid job with taking care of folks' needs for action figures. So again, he will be on Monday and we'll chat a bit. We'll probably talk about some other things as well, but I wanted to bring him on since I know he is personally dealing with everything going on with the tariffs and how it's affecting his business. It affects a lot of small businesses. It affects my business, but not quite in the same way. I don't sell toys. I don't have shipments coming in from overseas. But of course there's the reciprocal effect. My business survives on advertising. So if places that deal with toys are struggling, then they're going to have less to spend on advertising. And so, that's where a thing can have an effect on someone like me. But again, I wanted to bring Matt in and talk to him. So look for that on Monday. And then again, if we do hit the action figure enthusiasts 50 mark, membership 50 mark, then we will also do a contest on Monday as well. And if you are not an action figure enthusiast, and you don't have to be, it is 99 cents. So, if you don't want to spend that, I certainly totally get that. But for those of you who do go that little extra mile, the contest is just my way of saying thank you. And again, there are details on how to become an action figure enthusiast member in the video description if you want to check that out. Okay, so let us get into today's news. We'll finish off with Star Wars since that's probably our biggest source of news for today. I don't have much on the Marvel front. Those Thunderbolt figures did go up for pre-order yesterday. As I talked about on Wednesday, there was a last minute change, where originally yesterday we were just going to see the Red Guardian and Black Widow 2-pack. But then they changed it and went on and put both 2-packs that they had announced, the second one being with John Walker / US Agent and Bob or Century. So again, both of those went up. Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, and I think they're still available pretty much everywhere. I did pre-order U.S. Agent and the Century 2-pack. I may end up getting the other one. I have both of those folks from. We got Red Guardian during the Black Widow movie with the 2-pack, and then I also believe Yolanda we got in the Black Widow set, but she was wearing the white outfit there. And then again, I believe we got a version of her, if I remember correctly, from Disney Plus Hawkeye series. And also, I went and saw the movie, the Thunderbolts movie yesterday. It opened yesterday, and first time I've gone to essentially an opening night for a Marvel movie in a very long time. I did go opening night for Deadpool Wolverine. That was in San Diego. I was in San Diego covering Comic-Con at the time, so it was a little bit different. Went with some folks like Shartimus Prime, Ruckus, and a few other guys that were there covering the show, and we went and saw it. But beyond that, I have not been to an opening night for an MCU movie in a long time. In fact, many of which I basically just waited for home release. But as I've talked about before, I thought this movie, it looked pretty good, and I was right on that. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but I will tell you that I thought the movie was really good. Probably maybe Deadpool Wolverine was a little bit better in some aspects, but overall, this is, as far as a pure MCU movie, um, this is probably the best movie that we've gotten since Avengers Endgame. And I hear people say that every time a new movie comes out, but I've not really felt that way about most of the MCU stuff that's come out since Avengers Endgame. I really like the character interactions here. I thought they did a pretty good job. I mean, these are all characters that we have seen pop up in previous movies or TV shows, but I thought they did a really good job here. When I think of Thunderbolts, I think of the original Thunderbolts in the comics, which were all bad guys led by Baron Zemo, disguised as good guys. So this isn't quite that, but it is definitely the anti-hero type formula that they had going on here. And again, I thought they did a pretty good job. And Bob, the character Bob, which again also Sentry. I wasn't sure how. I actually never really liked Sentry in the comics, and I thought the actor that played Bob did a pretty good job. Kind of relaying all the different aspects of that character in this movie. And beyond that, I just thought that, this is the first time where I really felt like the MCU is on track, building up towards something big that's really kind of worth getting invested. That's really, to me, what has been missing the most from the MCU since Avengers Endgame. It's just, it's just all been kind of all over the place, and it just never really seemed like it was going anywhere. And finally, and obviously we're building up to the next two Avenger movies, Doomsday and Secret Wars. But it truly feels like we're now starting to build towards something big, which I felt like has been missing since Avengers Endgame. And I will tell you, there is a mid-credit scene, and then there's an after-credit scene, which I believe is the longest after-credit scene that we've gotten from an MCU movie, and it's definitely worth sticking around for. So I'll just leave it at that. So, but I in my review I wrote for Marvelous News, I gave this movie an A-. There are a few minor things I didn't like, which I can't really talk about without going into spoilers. But again, for the most part, I thought it was really enjoyable. And we may talk more with spoilers next week after more people have had a chance to maybe go see it. I don't want to spoil it for people until they've had a chance to actually go see it. But maybe next week we'll talk a little bit more with spoilers and stuff. But like I said, overall, I thought it was a good movie. Definitely worth checking out, in my opinion. Getting back to toys, not much else on the Marvel front. We did have some new Lego sets, two of which have gone up on the Lego shop website. So for you Spider-Man fans, we've got from the second Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire movie, Spider-Man versus Doc Ock with the subway scene. So again, that one is up on lego.com for $54.99. Also, Hobgoblin, for you Hobgoblin fans. I don't know if Hobgoblin 1985 was here today, but we got a Peter's Apartment. This is a comic book based set, but with Hobgoblin. So again, that one up on lego.com, $54.99. Thanks to an overseas retailer, we also got to look at some other Lego sets, which I don't believe have gone up for pre-order yet. But again, if you're into Legos, here's kind of your look at the newest Lego sets that are out there for Marvel, that is. Also, Amazon Canada, these were announced at WonderCon. These have not really gone up for pre-order. I don't know why Amazon Canada listed these with images, and I don't know when they'll be officially available. I believe the Beast here is supposed to be a Platinum Edition figure. The latest to complete your X-Men #1 covers. These are the statues. Again, we'd seen these at like WonderCon, but just better images. I don't know how many of you are collecting these McFarlane figures. Black Panther. Another Spider-Man. We got Spider-Man almost every wave. Surprise, surprise. And Thing. Comic book based Thing. So that little Thing looks pretty good. So again, these are 110 scale. These are the 110 scale. So this is basically the next wave. But when it officially becomes available for pre-order, I am not yet sure, but I'm guessing probably fairly soon. Like I say, no other Marvel Legend news right now. I don't know. This next week might be the first week. Originally the second Thunderbolts 2-pack was supposed to go up for pre-order next week. So next week might be the first week in some time where we don't actually have any Marvel Legend pre-orders going up. Certainly nothing that has been announced. It's possible we could see maybe one of those Target exclusives like the Weapon X that they announced that I suspect will go up for pre-order sometime this month, but whether it's like next week or not, I don't know. But if Dan Young starts hinting at something, we'll have it up on Marvelous News, and we'll talk more about it next week. But right now, Marvel Legend-wise, it does not look like there's anything slated for pre-order next week. Let's jump over to somebody asked about this on Wednesday, I believe. Mezco's 112 Collective Crab Louie figure. They asked when it was going to go up for pre-order, and NECA put it up today. They didn't announce it going up beforehand. They just kept saying coming soon. But it did go up today. It is a Mezco store exclusive. It's part of the 112 Collective line. $116. Still available if you want to get it. Again, Crab Louie with his big butcher knife. Other accessories as well, but part of the Rumble Society line of stuff that they do. But again, that is now available on the Mezco store website. NECA. So latest haulathon offerings went up this morning. Battle Damage, Mirage Comics Shredder, Mirage Comics Mirage Comics Hunter Leonardo, I should say, and that Pee Wee Herman Ultimate figure were the main items that went up today. Let's see if they're sold out. Nope. Hunter Leo is still in stock. Battle Damage Shredder also still available, and Pee Wee Herman is also still available. So all three of today's Holothon items are still available if you want to add them to your collection. These, of course, have also been hitting physical stores. I've seen all three of these at my local Target, so they're not exactly flying off the shelf. It does not seem like. NECA also, I talked about this on Wednesday, but available on NECA's store's website are these life-size Chucky dolls available. I assume they're still available. Yeah. So 450 for Chucky and 450 for uh, Tiffany. So they ain't cheap, but again, they are life size. So life size, meaning they're doll size, just like in the movie. I don't think they'll actually try and kill you, but you never know. But again, those are available on the NECA store. Also, for 7-inch scale, they've got blind box figures for Chucky, various Chucky figures. These are available at places like Big Bad Toy Store for $25 each. I think these are also available on the NECA store website, but those also went up for pre-order yesterday for you Chucky fans. We talked about the fifth turtle, April. So I think that's about it for new stuff on the NECA. Oh, this has not yet been available, but it has been listed on Target's website. This is the Target version of the Universal Monsters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. So this one is done in red. There's a regular version. There's this Target version, which again is different because of the coloring. And then there's also going to be a Walmart exclusive version, which I don't think has gone up yet either. That one I'm guessing is probably going to be blue, but essentially there's three different versions for this shredder if you want it. And again, it's currently listed on Target's website, but not yet available for purchase. I don't know when it will go up, if this will be something that just goes up randomly at some point, or if this will be a Target Holothon item. I have not seen any indication that this has been hitting physical stores, so I'm guessing it's just going to end up being available at some time, but I'm not sure it's actually part of Holothon. For you GI Joe fans, I'd seen this from overseas, but Entertainment Earth put the assortment of Hot Wheels. These are pop culture Hot Wheels, and the coolest one here to me is this GI Joe Sky Striker. So if you want to order an entire case, you can get this from Entertainment Earth. The others in the assortment are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Party Van, and then the Jeep from Jurassic Park. I assume these will be offered at physical stores as well at some point. But again, what I really liked about this one was the Sky Striker. So if I see the Sky Striker, and I'm not going to order a whole case, but if I saw the Sky Striker in the wild, I would probably pick that up. I'm not a big Hot Wheels collector, but that one I would probably get. I don't know if we talked about this previously, but J.K. Khan, who is known for getting his hands on these early G.I. Joe classified prototypes, has gotten his hands on, this is the San Diego Comic-Con Cold Slither pack, many of which are still missing their heads here. But again, just to give you kind of a brief look, they showed one of the figures at the last live stream, and they've shown the packaging for this set, and they've shown digital renders. But again, this is kind of our first look at the actual figures, though again, early unpainted prototypes. And when we get the official images and details, like cost and everything on that set, I don't know. Again, this is listed as Comic-Con exclusive, so we still got a ways to go, a couple of months. Nothing really on the Masters of the Universe front. Some of these Turtles of Grayskull figures that have been available other places, but now available at Big Bad Toy Store if you want to pre-order them, went up, but those aren't really new. So nothing really else new on the Masters front for McFarlane. So again, stuff that's been going up. We talked about a bunch of stuff, but that Spawn figure, the Blood Axe version, actually both versions went up on GameStop's website yesterday. There's also an autograph version. I don't know if anything is sold out. No, they're all still available. So there's an autograph version of the regular, then just the regular. The autograph version is $100. And then the actual GameStop exclusive is this variant with the flames. So we'll start shipping this month if you order it off of GameStop. Again, this one is a GameStop exclusive. The regular version, I don't know about the autograph version, but the regular version should be available at other e-tailers at some later time. But again, that went up yesterday. There's also an autograph version of the Deviant Spawn Rat City figure. So that's available on GameStop's website. That went up today and still available. We got some new updated looks at these platinum figures. I talked about these previously, thanks to Carasser HK from Instagram posting these images. Sorry if I butchered that name, but giving us our best look at these. So some of these are platinum, some of these are red platinums. And these all seem to be shipping together. So these have been popping up online for like the last week, but this seems to be like the case shipping together, at least overseas. We talked about all this other stuff, so all right. And then finishing off, we have well, we can talk a little hot toys first before we get to the Hasbro stuff. We've got a new Poe Dameron Force Awakens in his X-Wing outfit figure coming from Hot Toys. As far as I know, these have not yet gone up for pre-order, but they were announced this morning. Jar Jar Binks. So if you want a 1/6 scale Jar Jar Binks from the prequels, that is coming from Hot Toys. Hano Studios Darth Vader. So these are a little bit cheaper versions of Hot Toy figures. This is from the Star Wars Rebels cartoon, which is why he's got the red eyes and everything. But Darth Vader, another Darth Vader, animated series Darth Vader. We've got the Bad Batch Elite Trooper. They tease this one. The Squad Trooper. So that one is coming. Clone Wars, Clone Commando Boss. This is a Hot Toys exclusive. So that one is also coming. So they did a big giant Star Wars dump for, I guess, May the 4th. But then, like I said, Hasbro had a live stream this morning. So, everything is going up for pre-order on Sunday. So we got the next two, and these are the final two Walmart exclusive Revenge of the Sith retro cardback figures. These are going up at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So Elias Sakura, another Jedi. The figure is just a reissue, but again, you get that retro card back. And then also the Magna Guard droid. This version, again, is a reissue, but this version is different in that it's done with metallic dark blue colors. So again, these are Walmart exclusives here in the United States. Again, these will be going up this weekend on Sunday at 10 a.m. At least that's, you never know with Walmart, but that's when they're supposed to go up for pre-order. Again, it's on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. $24.99 each for those. For just regular Black Series, these are available pretty much everywhere. Fan Channel, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. These go up at 1 p.m. on Sunday. So a new Desert Trooper from episode 4 on the newer Stormtrooper body. And then also for the first time in Black Series, Revenge of the Sith Lieutenant Galley. Again, using newer clone body and soft goods, skirt, and such. So, and besides the Sand Trooper being on a updated body, you also get a little bit different rifle than you've previously gotten with this figure. Hopefully that backpack stays on better. The Desert Trooper I have, that backpack always falls off. It's really kind of annoying. But again, those are pre-orders at 1 p.m. Now, going up on Hasbro Pulse as an exclusive is a 2-pack with Rogue One troopers, the Shore Trooper and the Death Trooper. So these are also on updated bodies. We've of course gotten all these figures before, but you know, a little bit improvement to try and get you to buy them again. So those are Hasbro Pulse exclusives, again going up at 1 p.m. for premium members, 2 p.m. for everyone else. I doubt they will sell out. $39.99 is the cost for that set. One other Black Series item is for roleplay FX Elite Ezra Bridger's lightsaber from the Ahsoka series. So that also will be going up at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's Amazon and Fan Channel, so you can get that on Amazon. Then for Vintage Collection, again, Fan Channel pretty much everywhere. We got a new Obi-Wan Kenobi with an updated head sculpt, doubles soft goods, so the outer robe and the inner robe are soft goods on this figure. A new sculpted lightsaber hilt for Obi-Wan. So this again is Vintage Collection. And then also a new episode 4 Stormtrooper with the holster on the one side as seen in that movie. New card backs. So those pre-orders are 1 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. This is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, this Cantina Adventure set. So these are our favorite Cantina aliens done in Kenner style colors and looks with the Cantina backdrop. Now, I will tell you, if Hasbro had done the original Kenner Cantina with the doors that use the rubber band, if they had given us that again, I would have bought this. As it is, I will pass on these myself. But the figures themselves are on, card backs, Vintage Collection card backs. Again, these are done in Kenner style figure colors, with their original names: Hammerhead, Walrus Man, Snaggletooth, and Greedo. So this set will again go up on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time for premium members, 2 p.m. for everyone else. $64.99 is the cost of this 4-pack. And I believe that was it. Oh, one other. Vintage Collection also has Repulse exclusive Stormtrooper 3-pack. So featuring troopers from each of the original movies. So Desert Trooper from Star Wars A New Hope. Snow Trooper from Snow Trooper Commander, technically, from Empire Strikes Back. And Scout Trooper from Return of the Jedi. So again, a Trooper 3-pack. If you still need these guys, you get another opportunity. This is a Pulse exclusive. Again, 1 p.m. for premium members, 2 p.m. for everybody. $49.99 is the cost of this one. So, and that was everything that they revealed during the live stream. So, and that pretty much brings us up to date, I think, on all the latest news. See what you guys are saying. John here is in here. Elia, what's up? Yeah. Mr. Allmine saying good luck to Phil. Padre, good afternoon to you, my friend. Phil talking about Big Nerdy from Nerdzoic. I have ordered two things from Nerdzoic. So you guys may recall, was it a couple months ago? I had ordered the McFarlane Toys Christopher Reeve Superman figure from Amazon. They ended up sending me the platinum version, which is drunk Superman, which I really didn't want. I wanted the regular Superman. But of course, by the time I realized I was getting a platinum figure from Amazon, it was sold out at most places. But Nerdzoic had it in stock. I ordered it. I literally got it like I think it was the next day. At most, it took 2 days to get to me, but very quick, very fast. And then more recently, I ordered the Sesame Street Ultimate Bert and Ernie figures. I had them on pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store, but I don't know what happened there, but they just weren't coming in stock. And it was like, finally, I was like, screw it. And so Nerdzoic got a reshipment of them in stock. And so I ordered again from him, and they got to me like, next day. Now, I believe his store is located in Pennsylvania, so he's not like super far away, which I think is in part why when I order something from him, it gets to me pretty fast. But yeah, I've been fairly impressed. Small business. I think he still primarily runs it out of his house, but he definitely. I've been pretty impressed with him for being a fairly small operation. Beansatron, happy Friday. CJ Prime. Buff, I was able to pre-order the Cyborg Superman at GameStop. Nice. See, I told you that I'd heard people saying, even though it's no longer available online, it was only available online for like 3 minutes. I think maybe it went up later in the day for like 5 minutes, but for the most part, it has not been available on their website. But I was told that you could go into a physical store and pre-order it there. And so congrats on that, Buff. Now, again, I don't think the Cyborg Superman is like a GameStop exclusive. I think maybe some other e-tailers might get a crack at it at some point, but definitely if you have a local GameStop, and all the GameStops around me have gone out of business. I'm not even sure where the closest GameStop is to me anymore, but I used to have like 3 in like 15 minutes from where I live, and they're all out of business now. So, but if you got a physical store and you want that figure, you might try going in and see if you can pre-order it. CJ Prime Taskmaster was the yeah, and was one of the better MCU movies. Zim, what's up? Dash says Lego for the kids that can't play sports. The battle damage shredder is everywhere at my targets. It's just sitting nowadays. And I want to say that's a reissue. I think they've done that version of Shredder before. I might be wrong on that, but some of those original Mirage turtle figures that they did early on when they first got turtles. Pee Wee should come with the bike. That's Stretch got home from shopping. Hope you got some good stuff. Ricky says he's displaying Pee Wee with a big tinfoil ball. I got to be honest with you. I was never a huge Pee Wee Herman fan. I did not watch it very much. I watched one or two of the movies, maybe once, but I don't know. He got on my nerves after a while. So I watched him for a little bit, and then I just like he'd start getting on my nerves, and so I've never been a huge Pee Wee Herman fan. Mr. Allmine, did I see Mattel's new brick built set reveals? They look really good and are reasonably priced. Are you talking about like I saw the Lego Hot Wheels thing. I'm not sure if that's, but otherwise, no, I don't think I've seen that. Any idea when the McFarlane DC Direct Batman the Animated Series latest wave is hitting pre-orders on Target's website? Depending on who you ask, Mr. Allmine, those pre-orders came and went. They've been listed. I know they've been listed on Target's website for some time. I've never seen them in stock, but I have some people say they were in stock for a few minutes a week or two ago. Um, so I can't. I mean, I've not heard anything. Like I have not seen McFarlane make any kind of announcement saying these will be available online on this day. So, but it's possible they were online at least for a few minutes and sold out. It does say sold out on them on the website. So I cannot tell you. I was at Target. I think it was earlier this week. Um, like I was at Target last weekend and they didn't have any, but then I went to Target earlier this week and they had one figure in the wave. They had Poison Ivy, but that was the only figure in the wave. So I don't know if like Poison Ivy is two per case because I'm wondering why would somebody buy the entire wave but not Poison Ivy, which has the torso to the Bruce Wayne figure. So the only reason I can think of that was still on the shelf is because for some reason they packed that two per case. But so I know physical Target stores have been getting the wave. I know they're listed on Target's website. I've seen some people say that it was brief. They were available very briefly a week or so ago. But whether they get a better, I mean, that's the thing with McFarlane recently. Everything online like sells out in minutes. So it's really been to me, trying to get almost anything from McFarlane has been very frustrating. Um, and not a lot of communication. You know, the Cyborg Superman's a great example of that. They originally said that was a red platinum figure. Now it doesn't appear to be a red platinum figure. It just popped up on GameStop's website briefly. Um, apparently GameStop still doesn't make it available online, but will allow you to go in the store to pre-order it. So, I don't know, but probably right now your best bet is to try and find it at a physical Target store as far as the Batman animated series wave. And if I hear anything about being available again or more reasonably online, like I say, if something I don't even like to say it, like if something literally sells out in seconds, should we really consider that like being available online? I don't know, but if there's any word of like an official pre-order date or anything for that wave, I will be sure to let you guys know. And we have links to that. I mean, if you're not familiar, if you need you can go here and find the links if you don't have them, and you can look up the DPCI numbers here online for them as well. So see, it says out of stock. So And like I say, they're all listed online, but right now they are all currently listed as sold out. CJ Prime, I'm debating getting the Cyclops. So I want to start the 80s X Factor team. I have like 7 undone teams. Yeah, we talked, I think it was Wednesday, we talked about that. Like, I would, you know, I probably will get the Cyclops, and I did pre order the Jean Grey. So I haven't gotten the Cyclops is like in stock at most detailers now, but I haven't seen it at physical stores, but I haven't actually bit the bullet and gotten that one. But I do, really question whether we will get humanoid beast. That's probably the biggest unknown. The angel would be really easy for them to do because all they got to do is take the angel they just gave us and repaint it, repaint it with a different outfit. So that should be pretty easy for them to do. And we've also gotten a X Factor Iceman previously on a retro card back. So Beast to me is really the big on, that they would give us a humanoid Beast in like the blue with red stripes outfit. Um, that to me kind of seems like the biggest questionable figure because that would kind of take, I feel like that would take like a whole new sculpt to get that kind of beast like body with the big feet and hands and stuff. And I don't know. Eric, yes, updated Death Trooper as part of that Hasbro Pulse 2-pack. John, good to see you from Ireland. So here, there we go. Greetings from Ireland, as always. Felix says, kind of love that Cantina set. I was like, when I saw that at first, I was like, oh my God, is that like the original? I love that place. I don't know how many of you, as a kid, if you ever had that original Kenner Cantina playset. It was in like the doors, like it was like you pushed a button and the doors would open, and it was held together with rubber bands, and like the doors often would like fly off the hinges and go flying across the room. It was like the back, it was just a plastic base with a cardboard backdrop. But the coolest thing about that set was the doors. And I don't know if they ever reissued that original Kenner playset, I would definitely pick that one up. Mr. Alma, yes, the Mattel. Okay, yeah, I did see the one. It went up on. It was available at Entertainment Earth, and Amazon had it as well. I mean, I haven't seen it in hand or anything like that. I'm not a huge Lego guy, to be honest. I've never. I mean, was a small kid, I used to play. Like, I remember Legos when they were just generic blocks. You had to use your imagination to make something. It wasn't like you bought it to make a set. That's what Lego was when I was a kid. But I've never been huge that much into Lego. They're cool. There's some really cool sets that they come out with, that I see and when I report about them and stuff. But I've just personally never been big into Lego. Kristen, thank God it's Friday. Yes, Eric found Connor Green. I saw that one. I did see that one at my local Target. I didn't see Our Man or Doctor Fate. I mean, I think it was Doctor Fate or no. I get all these mixed. Our Man, sorry, it was Our Man. So I have not seen Our Man in the store, but I did see the Connor one. But those, I think, unless they've since sold out. Yeah, those are actually still available online. So if you can't find them at your physical store, those you can actually buy online if you want to. I also want to say those are those are primarily reused figures that they just kind of modified briefly to make other characters. Geek Strong. I still have the 1978 Kenner Cantina playset with box. Definitely one of my favorite. Yeah, that was that. There's a few items that really stick out in your mind from your childhood, and that Cantina was one of them. Phil, an X Factor 3-pack. I mean, that would be Angel, Beast, Iceman. You know, that would be a cool set. I would get that if they did that, but like I say, Angel would definitely be easy for Hasbro to do. Iceman would be pretty easy for Hasbro to do from the original X Factor, but Beast, giving us a human form Beast, I don't know. That would take. I don't know if Hasbro would do that for us. See anything about Japan's celebration Ronin having exclusive packaging? Was hoping the Amazon Pulse one were left over from the con, but they went ahead and made it. Yeah, they definitely weren't leftovers because they went up. They went up on Amazon before the convention was even over, and they started shipping that day. I believe there's like Japanese writing on the actual ones that were sold at Celebration, but so I think they are technically a little bit different, the ones that you could buy on Amazon, but they definitely weren't just like leftovers from the convention. All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Again, I should be back on Monday with Big Nerdy from Nerdzoic. You know, we'll we're gonna the focus will be tariffs and just the effects on the hobby. You know, talking with some not just talking, but talking with somebody who's actually dealing real time with everything going on. We'll talk about other things, and if I don't know how much news will happen between now and Monday, but that definitely is on the table. Again, if we do hit the 50 action figure enthusiast members, if you're not one, you know, consider it. We need 5 more, and the moment we hit the 50, well, not necessarily the moment, but the next live stream I do after hitting 50, we'll do a contest giveaway for $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store, you know, to maybe help offset some of the increased pricing with the tariffs and stuff for you. So, and again, in the video description, there's a link to becoming an action figure enthusiast member. It's just 99 cents a month. So hopefully you think about it. And again, thanks to everyone who's already done that. All you guys with the green names on here are all action figure enthusiast members. So again, big thank you to all of you. Oh, Mr. Allmine, I saw the 2012 Turtle Shell Raiser at Target. I thought you were talking about the Super 7 Turtle figures that have actually started to see release. The 2003 Ultimate Turtle figures have started to arrive at e-tailers like Entertainment Earth. So, but yes, the Shell Raiser, I have not seen that in stores, but yes, that was announced at Toy Fair. The Shell Raiser, and that is a Target exclusive. Tony, going back to the talk on the Human Beast, they did make this before, so they just need. You're talking about the Toys R Us 5-pack. I don't know. That was not very accurate to me, so maybe, but I feel like if they gave us a new one, they would have to give us a better sculpt than that one. I don't think they would just reissue that old Toys R Us set. Ooh, a new member, Geek Strong. Thank you, my friend. That means that we are down to 4 people that we'll need to get to for a contest. So, yes, possible again Monday. Not only will we have Big Nerdy from Nerdzoic, but we might be doing a contest giveaway if we hit that 50. All right, guys. But have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. If you haven't seen Thunderbolts and you're thinking about it, again, I do highly recommend it. One of the better MCU movies we've gotten in a long time. Actually, there's something in the movie that happens that actually made me more excited for Fantastic Four, which is obviously the next movie coming out in July. So I was far more excited for Thunderbolts than I have been for Fantastic Four, but after watching Thunderbolts, I'm actually a little more excited for Fantastic Four now. So, but if you got nothing to do and you want to go see a movie, I definitely recommend that you check out Thunderbolts this weekend. But as always, guys, stay safe out there, and until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to toynewseye.com, marvelousnews.com, JediInsider.com, and tformers.com. And remember, action figures are great,